Namaste and hello. Welcome. First, I'd like to thank you for writing. Letters tell me and your local program director that you are there and that you are participating and enjoying this yoga class. So if you haven't dropped me a postcard or a letter, would you do it today? It helps to keep the series on the air, and I enjoy hearing your suggestions. What strengthens you, and how you are using Hatha Yoga and its thoughts in your life today. Let us begin now by standing up. I have an exciting class for you. We'll stand by standing and beginning in Mountain Pose. Mountain Pose is exactly what it says it is. It's as solid as a mountain. It's a pose of connection. So have your feet about hip-width apart and your arms alongside of your body. Tip your pelvis slightly and lift up with this breastbone. This breastbone is often called the bone of life, because when you lift it up, you receive energy. And if you begin to feel that the top of your head is really connecting you to that great expansive blue above, just like a mountain, and that your feet are connecting you to the earth, you can really touch into the deeper meaning of this posture. So just hold here for a moment and close your eyes and reconnect yourself to yourself this day. Exhale the air out through the bottoms of your feet, grow long toes. And on the inhalation, inhale and just bring that energy, that earth's energy, up your legs. And now switch the awareness to the top of the head and breathe in through the top of your head. Just use your imagination, breathe in, and let that sky energy cascade down your spine. Good. So let's continue now with some very simple exercises. They're non-aggressive, just putting the hands on the shoulders, and they're starting with shoulder rolling. Non-aggressive meaning that this move does not close the body, but it opens the body, and your body listens and trusts and continues on with the class. And just making a slow, easy circle with the elbows. This warms up the shoulders, the neck, and also the shoulder girdle. And then in the other direction, back, big circle. Yes, this should feel good. And now stopping, just bending the knees slightly, and just let one arm shake. And how about a good sound? No one can hear you. And then the other arm, breath in and a good sigh. Out, like you were shaking water off the hands. And then come back to standing position and feel how good that feels, and the awareness beginning to happen inside your arms and your shoulders. All right, now bring the arms in front of you, just straightening them so they're just about shoulder level. And first we're going to open the arms very wide. Imagine that you have a river that's pushing these great at hip width apart, and inhale, raise both arms above the head. The breath flows in very comfortably, easily. All right, now turn the heels of the hands so that they're upwards. Breath in, and we'll go side to side. First to one side, the heels of the hands stretching. All right, now my hands would be to about 1 o'clock. I'm going to the right, and if you're going to the right, put the heels of the hands to about 1, not 3. And breathing, and now turn your chin and just look underneath the armpit very comfortably. The ribs expand and stretch the little intercostal muscles between the ribs as you're holding. Now find the left side of your rib cage and let those muscles pull you back to center. Good, breathing in again, breath in, and on the exhalation, slowly. Now I'm going to my left, and if the heels of my hands are to the left, they're pointing towards 11 o'clock, not 9. And you can feel that wonderful stretch from your hips to the heels of the hands, and just turn your chin gently. All these side stretches help to give you a nice waistline. Now find the right side of the ribs and muscles, bring you back to center. Breath in, grow, and on the exhalation, release your hands and just let the arms float down on your breath so that there is harmony of breath and arm movement, and return back to home. Returning back to Mountain Pose once again, just close your eyes. Awake within yourself. Turn your inner eyes on and feel and sense the arms, the upper chest, the face, tingling sensation, awakeness. Now let's put the feet about 3.5 feet apart. And we're going to come forward, very easy warm-ups that we're doing, and they'll lead us into a little bit more of an intensity of the yoga postures. My feet are about 3.5 feet apart. And putting the hands just on your thighs, slide your hands down to the knees. This is very helpful for your back to come into a forward bend like this. Now let me turn sideways. And I'm going to round the back and lengthen the back. It's sort of like a very sort of snake-like undulation. But as I do this, I would give you one caution. As I round the back, you exhale. That's fine. Just drop your chin to your throat. And on the inhalation, lengthen the back. Notice where I put my hand on this little curve of the lower back. You don't want to have too much curve, not too much concaveness. This would be hyperextending it. No, I want to have more of a long, natural curve of the back. And try it again. Round your back, chin to your throat. And inhaling, long back. The tailbone goes up to the ceiling, and one more time, rounding the back. This brings blood to the discs of the spine, starts muscles, the deep muscles of the back working. And now just slipping the hands down and down to your ankles. Put them on the floor if it's comfortable in front of you. If you had a footstool, you could put your hands there. But do ease the knees. Notice my knees are slightly eased. I don't have a straight knee or locked knee. There's a time for that. But in the beginning, when we're doing just these little undulations from side to side that stretch ligaments, muscles of the hip sockets before we do some of the standing postures, and it feels good. Side to side. Good, keep moving. No specific way, just very enjoyably. So it sort of says to the body, come on, you can do this, and then you move into something more difficult. Rainbow twist. This is a lovely twist for your body, safe for your lower back. I'm going to put my left hand right in front of me, or you can put your left hand in front of the right toe. But play with it, whichever is right for you. I'm going to put then my right hand on top of the left. And in my imagination, I'm going to slowly lift the right hand up. You do this with me now, and imagine that you are slowly building a rainbow, and that rainbow colors stream from your hands. Just looking at those colors as you lift the arm above your head. And you're building a bridge, a rainbow bridge, and let the top of the arc be right above your head. Breathe, lifting and looking at your thumb. Now leave the top of the arc there and slowly come down on whatever breath is comfortable for you. And let's go in the opposite direction. You can have the right hand in front of you or in front of your toes, the left toes. And ease the knees as is right for you. If you're a teacher, straighten the knees. Now place the left hand on top of right hand. And now slowly, let's build the rainbow bridge, very slowly. Let the inhalation lift the hand and feel the colors streaming from your hands as you build a rainbow bridge right up to the top to join the other side of the arc. And breathing comfortably, lifting, lengthening, and then leave it there as you slowly come down, and return it back. Good. Keep that rainbow bridge now above your head and bring the toes together, heels, toes, heels, toes. My feet are about hip width, rounding the back. Just put the hands lightly on your knees. This is a nice way to come up. I think it's gentle and it's easy for your back. And return back to home, back to mountain pose. Just pause a second. It keeps you aware. It keeps you awake. Say to yourself, close your eyes. I am awake. I am aware. It sort of gets us out of that robot feeling that we sometimes go through life. Now, let's do a tree pose. You have this rainbow image above your head. Tree pose. I'm going to turn sideways slightly. And there are many different tree poses. This is a very simple foot position, very simple tree, but it's a lot of fun, and it makes it a little bit difficult at the end, you'll see. First, shift your weight of your tree, shift your weight onto the right foot, and grow those toes so they have wonderful, long roots into the earth. Now place your left foot on top of your right foot. And if you will look, you will see that my heel is on top of the instep. All right, tuck the pelvis under, lift the breastbone, and slowly raise those beautiful arms above your head. Elbows are wide. Palms of the hands are together in Namaste Mudra above your head. My gaze is forward as I am holding. And now lift the front toes up. Breathe. And as you're holding, close your eyes for 4 seconds. Good. Place the feet on the floor. Lower the great arms down. How did you do with that? That's kind of fun, isn't it? I want to just tell you a little something. If you start to wobble, that's fine, because the wobbling are muscles that are sort of catching, and eventually when you practice it like that, those muscles that catch you are strengthening. So think of it as a very good thing. Tree pose now with the left foot. Now grow the roots. Feel and tell inside yourself, I am about to stand on that left foot, and putting the right foot with awareness on top of my left. Tipping the pelvis, lifting the breastbone, slowly raising the arms above the head. Namaste above your head, elbows wide, your arms form a picture frame. Your gaze is forward, your breath is comfortable. And then lift the front toes up. Continue the breathing. And now close your eyes for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Place both feet. I closed my eyes. I really did. Place both feet on your floor and then lower the arms down. And you can feel this wonderful rainbow bridge above you, and you become the tree, very steady yet flexible. Now let us proceed for a moment by going back to mountain pose, closing your eyes and taking a breath. Exhaling the air out to the nose. And now we're going to do a downward dog series. It's a posture flow. And the benefit of this downward dog series are many. It decreases the roundness of the upper back. It increases muscle activity around the spine and the weight-bearing bones, thus stimulates the bones to retain calcium. So this series could be one of many positive influences for preventing osteoporosis in your life. Let us begin now in Mecca Pose. Come onto the knees. This is important because where your feet and where your hands are, it helps you to flow right into this flow of postures as we are in Mecca. The knees are hip-width apart. Stretch your arms way out in front of you, hands open like a star. And now come into table. Feet in wide dog stance, turning your toes under, straightening the legs, lifting the sit bones up. Head is between the arms. Try to keep the weight out of your wrists. And now walk with your heels, up and down, stretching the hamstrings. Slowly start to lift your left leg up. Flex that left foot and turn your left hip parallel to your shoulders. And now lift the head and slowly lower the whole body to one leg plank pose. Breathe, strong foot. And now into the plank pose. And now lower the whole body to 2 inches off your mat. Good. Squeeze the arms into the ribs. And now flow right into Cobra Pose. Shoulders back and down. Scooping the pelvis into your mat and inhale comfortably high. Look over your right shoulder and left shoulder. Back to center. Press down and go back into your dog stretch. Continue to breathe in dog pose. And then slowly raise your right leg up. The foot is flexed. Imagine that your heel is connected to your tongue. Now lift the head and slowly lower your hips to one-legged plank. Feel the power in the bottom of the foot. Now into the plank. Squeeze the elbows into your ribs and now lower your body to 2 inches off the mat. Breathe and release. Shoulders back and down. The gaze is forward as you scoop your pelvis into your mat, inhaling up into the Cobra Pose. And now find your right heel, and then find your left heel. Exhale strongly, back up into dog. Hips pull away from the shoulders, long back. Feel how this pose increases the circulation to the lines of the face, to your good friend, your brain, and then return to rest in pose of a child. And inhaling, coming up. It's fun, isn't it? Have some fun practicing that. And after that deep, intense stretch of your back, let's do a wonderful twist that's very easy, it feels good, and it's going to be a double V twist. So will you bring both feet to your left? Both feet to the left, my right foot is between my thighs, and place your left hand on top of the right knee. You're going to inhale and raise the right arm up, stretch up, and then place that hand behind you, thumb facing your spinal column. Breath in, and on the exhalation, navel to the right and ribs to the right, and look over your shoulder. And now will you release and just look at me? Notice that my neck has nothing to do with the twist, so don't yank your neck. And now release the face and the shoulders and the rib cage, and we're going to turn and go in the opposite direction. The left foot between the legs and my right hand on the left knee. Breath in and grow. Long spine, thumb behind your back, thumb facing towards your spinal column. And now slowly, navel left, ribs left, and look way around over the left shoulder. You're breathing comfortably. And then release slowly down. All right, let's lie down now. Lying down with the knees about hip, feet about hip width apart, breath in, and slowly, with a rounded back, vertebra at a time, slowly feel each vertebra as they touch your floor. Place your elbows on the floor and tuck your shoulder blades in. Straighten your legs. Palms turned upwards, shoulders down from your ears, and come back home. Nose, chin, breastbone in alignment. Passively listen to the sounds of your room. And now open your inner eyes and watch the quiet flow of breath in and out. Observe how it flows coolly into the center of your head. Observe the warmth at the tip of your nose. Breath coolly in, warmth out. And on your next exhalation, feel your chest sink heavily into your surface. Relaxation is a feeling. Imagine this calmness radiating throughout your chest, arms, and legs, streaming into your cheeks and softening the lines in your forehead. Enjoy these next quiet moments. And now, feel and sense the room around you. Start moving your toes and your hands. Raise the arms up, stretch, yawn, rolling over onto your side. Put the top hand to the floor and come up into a seated position. Thank you very much for coming to class. And I hope you have a little chance perhaps to practice with some of the things we learned today. And again, I thank you. Namaste.
Tune in each Wednesday at 2:30 for yoga exercise with Lilias. And now stay tuned to Vermonti TV for Health Smart Cooking with Chef Arlene Hackett.